What's up guys, my name is Steady and today I'm going to be sharing with you a looting guide for customs. Everyone knows about the high traffic areas like the Big Red Office, the dorms, the Marked Room, and the Shiloh Warehouse, but what I would like to show you all is all the loot around these areas, the containers here and there, and the loot spawns on tables you don't even check. Those are what I'm going to be showing you. We don't always want to push the dorms or Rishallah's warehouse because there's a lot of gunfire, maybe Rishallah could be there, or we just aren't having any luck in these areas. Knowing about these alternative areas could help you survive because you'll be looting less busy areas and avoiding more danger. You'll also have alternative areas to search now in case other PMCs or scavs come before you to loot high traffic areas. If you enjoyed this video, like the video and share it. I plan to make more guides like this in the future, so if you're interested, consider subscribing. Alright, let's get into it. So we're going to be starting off on the big red side of the map and making our way all around through construction, all the way to like the industrial factory area, warehouse area, whatever you want to call it, and kind of like just looping up towards like that radio tower at the end. A lot of the main looting areas we're going to be showing you are going to be right before we get to the radio tower. The radio tower, a few little things around it's just kind of like a little bit of extra thing, nothing you really need to know about, just a little bit more to know. But starting off, we're going to be coming up to here. So this is going to be the portable trailer, and it can be unlocked with the portable trailer cabin key. And inside, some loot can spawn on the table. You got 3 jackets to get keys and some other random loot, and then I believe something can spawn on that shelf, but I'm not totally sure. But this is definitely a nice key to get at the beginning of the wipe. I wouldn't sell it unless you have more than one, but definitely try to come here as much as you can because 3 jackets and a little bit of loot also on the table is something really nice to have. Coming into the storage area, we're going to be looking at this car right here. A lot of you might know about this. You got a bag in the back that has some med items and then some ammo, and I think other items can spawn next to it. And then in 68, this storage unit, you got a duffel bag right there on the ground. The rest of the storage area has a lot of different varying units, and what I mean by that is like how much loot they can have. Like right here, I believe the only thing that can spawn in this whole thing is going to be on this shelf right here. I don't know if it can spawn anywhere else on the shelf. Some of them, I don't know if they spawn anything at all. I haven't seen anything in this one. But there are a few good ones, like the one I showed you that had the duffel bag. This one can spawn some items. I found like metal cutting scissors right where those pliers are. I believe 203 spawns somewhere on these pallets. And just to show you for one more example, 108 has the this weapon box on the ground, and then you got a coat right there. So definitely worth checking all of these. Some of them not as much as others. Some of them you might want to reserve. Hey, if I have the room, I might check it if I'm extracting on this side of the map. Or if you're scavenging and you spawn over here, it's, you know, definitely worth hitting just to put some items in your bag and possibly find something valuable. Last thing we're going to be looking at in the storage area is this last unit, 44. Same thing as 108. It's got a black weapon box right there, and then another coat. So coming out from the storage area, we got Big Red. I'm not going to be going over the upstairs, as a lot of you should know about that. It's a very high traffic area. A lot of people want to go up there, loot the safe. A lot of quests up there, so we're going to be focusing on the downstairs. So we got that weapon box right there. In the corner of the warehouse is going to be a green one on the floor, which is that one right there. And then also a duffel bag right there. And I believe there are a few industrial spawns around here. I'm not too sure, but the containers that I just showed you are the more important things to keep an eye out for. And you know, get some weapons, get some suppressors, get money. That's what this is all about, making sure you can maximize your in-raid profits at the beginning of wipe. Coming over here on this side of Big Red, the right side, coming out those doors, is this shack. Always make it an objective to hit this, whether you spawn on this side of the map or not, because there's a lot in here. You got the duffel bag, the filing cabinet, a weapon crate on the ground, and then you got these 2 jackets. Definitely good for getting keys, getting some trader items to make certain trades, like getting the T-plugs for the PP19, maybe getting certain quest items that are just annoying to get, and then, you know, just getting some money items. That's what it's good for. So always hit that if you can. Trying to make our way to the other side, we can come over here by the train station, and in this storage container is another green weapon crate. So on the other side of the Big Red, where we looted the other blue shack, we have this one, and all it's going to have is this med box and a filing cabinet. So before we cross over and go look at the industrial area, I'm going to just want to remind you that there is the weapon box in the shack, and then also just a few things down here. Maybe not every PMC raid, but every scav raid by that truck all the way down there is a scav body which you can loot. It's just like a stash, so you can get a lot of different and cool items, so definitely worth checking out. Because you can find something really rare like a car battery or graphics card, you can find really good ammo, or you can just find more high tier or valuable items. And also, right over here, we have this coat in the shack. Nothing special, but it's just another chance to get a good key, or get something like matches. Just any junk you want. Coming down to this bus depot right here, by the Ruaf extract, we got the duffel bag in there. Right by the armored truck over here is going to be another green weapon crate you can loot. And then up here, around this storage unit, is going to be the unknown body, which a lot of you should know. Always hit that. It's like the scav body I mentioned earlier. You can find all sorts of cool stuff. You also need to go there for a quest key. Going to the wall, definitely worth hitting the duffel bag. Just another thing to loot, find something good. And then we're going to be making our way over to the intel building. I think a lot of people are familiar with the intel upstairs and looting the upstairs, so I'm going to focus on the downstairs. Right off in this room to start off with, we got the duffel bag, and then we have all this ammo that can spawn in the this blue cabinet. PRS isn't good, but you know, having a chance to find some BT is really nice for those of you who choose bear or have AKs you find around. And then you got another coat coming out. I believe some stuff can spawn on this desk. Shelving unit, which can have food. Got a med box right here, and then you can find some med items on the ground and on this little cart. Like right here, got a salwa. Boom. One salwa down for therapist. Beginning a wipe. I don't believe anything spawns in here. And then real quick, just before we go, just make sure we loot. Make sure to loot all these rooms. Got a coat in here, duffel bag, and then a lot of different weapon part things you can find in here. You know, none of this right here is valuable, but you have a chance to find something like flashlights or maybe the more high tier barrels and stuff. Of course, you got another scav body. Like I said, good loot, and a lot of like wild things you can get out of there. So coming out of the intel building, we're gonna make a sharp left all the way over here, and we're gonna be going into this little warehouse right to my right. So coming in, we're gonna go right upstairs first, and right here on this stack of wood, I guess, you can find stuff like these water filters, like I just found. Helixes, like industrial items, and then also fuel, which is very important at the beginning of wipe. You got a toolbox up here that's always good to loot. Coming down, you can find some weapon parts on this table right here, like a 16-inch M1A barrel, whatever that is. And then in this locker, you got some other industrial spawns, screwdriver right there, all sorts of stuff. So I'm pretty sure a lot of you are familiar with the Shiloh Warehouse and all the loot. You got the room right here that's got all the containers and what do they call the electric, or these items, like the nice electric items you can find there, like LCDs and such. A lot of med items you can get out here, a lot of weapon crates. Also, you have this room right here that can always spawn the sugar, vodka, and it's got a few other crates. What I just want to make sure that you guys know is, I believe on this bench and maybe one others, you can find some food items, like these oat flakes, and I found condensed milk, you know, nice 20k rubles right there you can get, or just under 20k rubles. And upstairs, there's a lot of things I think people miss. You have some ammo that can spawn right next to this machine gun and this bed. You know, not the best, but I've also found like BT on there, BS. You got some toolboxes up here, I think maybe just this one. And also these big industrial crates. There's a few up here. I think one of them's a tech, a few of them are food, I think. So just make sure you hit those, you know, nice items to get. Especially since like lunchboxes and stuff are hard to come by at the beginning of wipe, and you're trying to get those for like Jaeger and all those food quests. And then right here on this table can have some tech spawns, so definitely worth checking out. So that's where we came up. I just want to show you this really quick just because I just discovered it. This weapon crate right here, it's got some weapon part spawns, and then on this crate, it's got some more ammo spawns. Like right here, we got some SMB, and then PRS. PRS are not that good, but the SMB, having a chance to find that, or BT for the AK is really solid. Coming up in the old gas station area to our right, it's going to be the Given Tree. A lot of people do hit this when they spawn on the side of the map, so if you don't spawn on this side of the map, it might not be worth checking, but if you want to, you might want to fill up a few items. If you got room, you might as well check it. Like right here, we got an AK, some SMG, and then we also got this med back here to get some med items. Just about anything can spawn over here, excluding, like, I think keys, key cards, and a few other select items, so always worth checking if you spawn on the side of the map. If you don't, you still could probably check it, maybe find something, because who knows, someone might skip it. Coming into the gas station, we're going to have some weapon parts that can spawn on the table, something to pick up, like maybe that this guardrail for the AK is really nice, because you can stick a foregrip, and a few things on the side, maybe something on the top. And then there is a small chance of finding the Red Rebel, which is amazing to have on reserve, especially at the beginning of wipe. There's a lot of loot everywhere on reserve, so if you get that, it makes things a lot easier on that map. And then right before we leave this area, just make sure you check this van right here. Weapon parts can spawn on the bottom, as well as some other things. And then in the trunk, food like, you know, condensed milk, like I said, just under 20k, oat flakes, and then some med items, of course. So coming from this underpass from gas station, we're going to come over to this warehouse right here. First thing you want to check is on the right. Fuel spawns on this green barrels right here, the expeditionary, and the giant metal fuel tank. Coming into this little hut area, weapon parts spawn in this box. I got the black weapon box right here. I believe you can find ammo and some like food items on this box where the forklift is. And then upstairs, a lot of ammo can spawn up here. You got PRS, which isn't good, but BS, very nice. Got boxes of US, not that good. Let's see what else is here. BT, that's nice. I don't know if that's good or not. And then of course SMP. So a lot of different ammos, good or bad, can spawn up here. So definitely check this out. Also a nice little sniper area to just get a few scavs with that are just chilling out there. Maybe see them PMC, pick them off. Going into the next area. First thing is on the right is going to be this little corner. You got another jacket on the hanger right here next to the shelf. And then behind me, a lot of things should spawn on the bottom. Like we got this helix right here. I believe generators, motors, or sorry, not generators, motors, water filters, and I believe car batteries can spawn right here. So definitely check that. I think a few things can spawn in these lockers, so make sure you hit this corner too. Again, this is another like uncommon spot. That's what I'm trying to show you with this video. Right here on this table, you got, I don't know if it's just magazines, because that's what I've usually found here, but I believe this is going to be a weapon parts table. Make sure when you see magazines in raid like this, you always, and if they have any ammo, always check the ammo. And because you can find some really good ammo, like you're probably not going to be using Ashfall ammo, but you got this Ace round, M993. That is the best ammo as far as I know for 7.62 by 51. It's even better than M61. Look at, and I just got 3 bullets, which is chilling right there. A lot of people don't know that, and they skip over the mags. So make sure you always check those magazines. And then coming outside on this little machine right here, weapon box, and then over here by these cars. Always check the trunks, because I believe a few different quest keys spawn back here, which are also very hard to get. You got a little Slickers bar right there. Just a few little things to loot up on. Top off your bag. And I believe that's going to be it for like this warehouse. So now we're going to go over to this warehouse and this warehouse. So starting off with this warehouse, right up front you got a green weapon crate on the outside here. A lot of people don't check it because it's in the open, but if you're scav, definitely worth checking out because a lot less pressure on you. Coming inside, we got a weapon box right here on top of these barrels. I don't believe anything spawns on that shelf, so you don't need to worry about it. Coming around to the back, this is a back door to come out of in case you're in a fight. And you know, some of you are familiar with this area, just to give you some reference. On the shelving, a lot of things can spawn here, like we got elite pliers, cigarettes, some weapon stuff. Got a green battery right here if you need it for that AK handguard for mechanic, and then you got another jacket right there. Last thing to check before we leave here is going to be this giant weapon box in the back. just another place to get some weapons, and just another thing to know. In case, you know, you didn't get enough loot from a raid, coming to extract on the side of the map, always good to know. Before we go to that, we're going to head over to ZB112, because in the downstairs, which I don't think a lot of people know about, is going to be a ammo box and a body to search. So bodies to search are amazing for loot. Find all sorts of things in them, Like we got dry fuel, and then in here we can find a bunch of different ammos, good or bad. Either way, at the beginning of the wipe, bad is still good because, you know, you don't want to spend that much money. Like we got some SS190s, 5.7s, P90s going to be a little harder to come by at the beginning of the wipe, but hey, you got the bullets for them in case you do pick up one, and it's good to use them, just takes up less space, and you got a weapon that's good ammo. So coming into this warehouse, start off with, in the back is going to be, I believe, some fuel spawns, some random tech junk can spawn on the ground. Just make sure you check these shelvings, because I believe a lot of stuff can spawn there, like industrial stuff right here too. Coming around, we're gonna come over here first, actually, before we go over there. You got a jacket right there. A few different things can spawn on the shelf, like you got the mini WD-40s. And then on the desk right here, a few different things can spawn, I think, but definitely headsets I found here before. Not common, but, you know, headsets, you know, definitely costly at the beginning of the wipe because you don't have that much money, so make sure you check that. Salvos can spawn right here on this little like green barrel stack, and then here in this blue container you do have another black weapon box to check. Next we're going to be looking at this huge building right here. This was expanded on in the custom expansion that came out. A lot of you are familiar with the graphics card loot you can get up there, like the green screen and the watch king and the mannequin. A lot of people know about that, so we're just going to be focusing on the downstairs. Just in this area, there's a lot of things that can spawn. Like, I believe some things can spawn on the couch, and then the shelving back here can have all sorts of stuff. Like, we got a hand drill, we got some weapon parts. I found some really crazy things back here, so make sure you check that. And then over here, in these lockers, some more weapon parts and weapons I believe can spawn back here. Like, we got another magazine, I think. Yeah, I got a Mosin mag you can check for, you know, good ammo, or if you just need another Mosin mag for whatever reason. So make sure you hit those. Coming out the back, we're going to come all the way down here. And I'm not going to really go into here. A lot of people spawn here know about it. Just make sure you hit the van. That's all the way down there in the parking lot to stop the computers. A lot of people know about that. You got the scav body right there. Toolbox, and then in these huge like metal scaffoldings around these machines are the two like big green crates, like that one right there. And there's one up there. Make sure you hit those because there's a small chance for a red rebel, and they're just good for finding weapon loot and all sorts of things. Outside of that building is going to be this one. Coming in, I'm going to go to the back right here in this little cage. A few different things can spawn on the ground, and then we got a big tech bin that sorts through with some good tech items. Over here you got some food and stuff that can spawn on here, and med items. So you got hemstat, grape juice or pomegranate juice right there. Upstairs, we're going to have a toolbox, and a few different things can spawn here. I found the huge like FP filter right there. Not exactly easy to sell at the beginning of a wipe, but just you know, something to know, especially if you happen to find one mid wipe. It's good to know, hey, you know, I know that's there. I got a toolbox on the ground. Got a few computers to loot, a few jackets, and then you got a green weapon crate right there. And that's going to do it for this building. A lot of stuff, so make sure you hit this, especially if you spawn on the side of the map or you plan to extra at ZB111 right here. So coming around back from ZB111 where we just at, we're going to go through this hole in the wall. Down here, some food items can spawn in this chair. On the couch, we got a duffel bag. Some things can spawn on this table, like food items. And then right here, you got a few different weapon part spawns. We got 4 different things. We got a nice little stock. You got some ammo right here, which we're going to check. So like I said, find some really good ammo at the beginning of wipe. This one right here, M856 or M85681s. Not the best, but I mean, beginning of wipe, that's some really nice ammo to have. And then you got another AK mag right there, the 556, I believe. In here, you got a toolbox right there, and then some more weapon parts can spawn on this wood crate. Next, we're going to be checking out the sniper tower right here. Scav sniper has a chance to spawn up there, so definitely worth checking him out. Because if you see here, you can get a nice sniper, or like you can get like a Mosin or SKS, and usually it'll have like a scope on it. So that's nice to get. And kind of, that can even be really expensive at the beginning of wipe to get a scope on there too. And then coming down here, I just broke my legs. But in here, if you have the military base checkpoint key, which I forgot to bring, you got a few ammo crates that are in here. You got this grenades case I'm looking at, and then in the back on that weapons rack, a few AKs can spawn back there, like the little ones that you can get. You got a weapon crate right here, and then in the back of this car is a jacket to loot. On the way up to our last area that I'm going to touch upon is going to be the shack that's in this big open field in between Sniper Tower and gas station. Nothing crazy, but just another duffel bag to hit, as well as these ammo containers. Love hitting those, just to get some nice ammo. And then we're going to be going up to the radio tower. So up here at the radio tower, we got a few different things that can spawn up here. Starting off in the shack, you got some stuff that can spawn on the couch, like some junk loot, I call it. On this chair, I believe, is the lab's weapon testing facility key. Nothing you're going to use at the beginning of a wipe, but it is a nice key to sell. I believe it goes for like 70k to therapist. You got a med case right here, find some good stuff. Coming outside, you got a crate that's got some attachments on it, weapon parts. You got a toolbox right here by this big generator. You got a big weapon box in the back of this trailer. Under the radio tower right here is another black weapon box. And I believe that's going to be it for the radio tower. One final thing I do want to show you before I end it is just this last little thing. It's, you know, just one toolbox, but hey, toolboxes are nice to go through. You know, one can make the difference for finding what you need. It's going to be in this train car right here in this little box. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed the video, like the video, comment something if you like something in particular, and then subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. If you'd like to see more looting guides for like looting more unpopular areas and other Tarkov maps, let me know in the comments below. Thank you guys. Goodbye.